Welcome to Is It In Yet? As promised, I said that I was going to do a weekend podcast because, I had to work this weekend and, why not talk to my friends in my head since, there's nobody else actually here to talk to, which is great. My weekend went very fast. What did I even do since I only had one day off? I went out to dinner with my husband. And we're looking at moving back into a home I grew up in. And it's I'm really 50-50 on it because this house, as most people's childhood homes, has mixed memories. Some good, some bad. I'm going to remodel it, obviously, and do a lot to it. But I know that my mother would want me to keep it. That's one reason why I'm leaning towards moving back into my childhood home, but not looking forward to remodeling, especially in 2023 when the price of everything is outrageous. But I don't know. It's mixed. If I move there, I'll be closer to my son who's moved out, and every parent loves that. But I don't know. It's going to be a lot of work. It's a lot of, like I said, mixed emotions. There's a lot of memories that were there that is actually a house I would consider saging, and I don't even believe in saging, blessing, bringing an exorcist over, all the above, just, new starts, fresh starts, yada, yada, yada. But the house has good bones, and I would make my mother happy. So don't we all love to make our mother happy? Other than that, we drove by there, looked at it, looked at all the work we want to do and all that, but yeah. So that's literally what I did, and cleaned my own house. And then looked at showing my own house and selling my own house, which is also going to be a nightmare because Lord knows you hate having people come over your house. And, I've always kind of been on the buying end, not the selling end, because when I have sold it, I kind of just moved and the company took care of it for me when I had to move to another state. So this will be my first time experiencing the whole selling a house, negotiating deals, having people come look, all that. It's going to be fun. And it's going to be interesting because, yeah. So anyway, there's a lot of news. That's another reason why I decided to talk to you guys. There's a lot of news. So Jonathan Majors, who has been in Ant-Man and Lovecraft Country and Creed 3, he's been in a lot. He's kind of a rising star. But Jonathan got into a little fight with his girlfriend in a New York City. In New York City, I don't know if they were in a taxi or not. But Jonathan, you're worth too much money and too famous right now, but seems about right for Hollywood people, right? So here's what allegedly happened. Per our law enforcement sources, and this is TMZ, police were told that the alleged victim is Major's girlfriend. According to her, they got into an argument while in a taxi returning home from a bar in Brooklyn. Our sources say police were told the girlfriend saw another woman texting Majors, and she confronted him, trying to sneak a peek at his phone. We're told the alleged victim girlfriend claims that he got mad and allegedly grabbed her hand and allegedly slapped her. Also told the victim claims he put his hands around her neck during this. Our sources say the woman was dropped off somewhere and that Jonathan Majors spent the night somewhere else. It appears the girlfriend went to the police the following morning, reported the crime. Jonathan was arrested in New York City, and according to police, he's been accused of putting his hands on a woman. Very bad, Jonathan, in 2023. And you a black man and that's a white woman. I'm just saying. Law enforcement says the actor was booked Saturday morning on charges of strangulation, assault, and harassment. We're told the cops responded to a call for service around 11 a.m. We're told the victim is female, and they said she had some lacerations and redness upon her face and behind her ear. She was taken to a hospital and is in stable condition. So, Jonathan, you either going to have to cut a check, marry the woman, or something, because it's 2023. You're pretty much And as far as a man goes, and as far as a black man and a white woman, you're pretty guilty, brother. There's such news and I'm not gonna read. Lady Gaga is going to be the new Harley Quinn in the Joker 2. And I don't know how I feel about that. One thing about me, if you have an action movie, I don't need you to be in love, especially the Joker. Like, he's such a psychopath. And the Joker, the last one, I liked it because it was so serious, even though, I mean, it was kind of a serious thing, even though everything was supposed to be a figment of his imagination. But he seemed like a real person with, obviously, mental issues. And now they're coming out with this Lady Gaga being Harley Quinn. Like, the Harley Quinn thing, I know it makes money for them, but I hate when people fall in love, like, in an action movie. Just go jack up some people, blow up some stuff, and let's be done with it all. Like, I don't want to keep with this whole falling in love crap. Can we be done now? Kanye West says he's no longer anti-Semitic after seeing Jonah Hill in 21 Jump Street, whatever that means. Northwest is prepping for her new skincare and toy line because Kim just trademarked her name. So, are y'all gonna buy this stuff? I know a lot of people will, because people just can't. They can't help it. They have to be close to Kim, and to have skin like Northwest and hair as long and flowy. Oh, you know it's coming. Pennsylvania chocolate factory blew up and 2 people are dead and 5 are missing. And it's like very sad all the way. But I do wonder if the air smells like s'mores. And I know that's terrible, but it's a chocolate factory. Like, what kind of fumes does this emit in the air? What else is going on? The stars were into there was a lot of star news this weekend. Gwyneth Paltrow is still in her ski trial. Reese Witherspoon is divorcing from her husband after 12 years. Yeah. Other than that, Chaka Khan had a birthday bash this weekend. She was partying with Stevie Wonder. They're still kicking it. Jay-Z is now worth $2.5 billion according to Forbes. Very rich man. Him and Beyonce. Yeah, let's get into some actual other news besides these little kooky celebrities. AOC says that we should keep TikTok, and a lot of people are not happy she said that. This New York City teacher is accused of sex with a mentally ill student. She was 33 and she had sex with the teen in her car at least a dozen times and sent him nude and erotic poses. She's a biology teacher who is married with 3 children and has sex with the teen in her car at least a dozen times. Police and district attorneys compile reams of texts sent at all hours between the teacher and the teen who attend the Biondi School in Yonkers as the City Department of Education expense. It is run by non-for-profit Rising Ground, which terminated the teacher this month. I know for me it's not going to be easy. I will miss your kisses, hugs, and everything that she wrote in a discussion whether she and the boy should end it, according to text under review. In January, she allegedly angrily responded to messages from the teen pleading for a response, telling him throughout the whole vacation, you have shut me out, and the only time you would hit me up was when you wanted to tell me that you are crushing on other teachers. I'm not a piece of ass with no feelings. Reached by phone Friday, she did not have sex with the student. I didn't even know these were allegations, he said, adding that the investigators have not contacted her. He would tell me he loved me and I would just reciprocate. She said he got in her car once because he asked me for a ride and it was snowing that day. asked about the new photos sent to the boy, she said he had a passcode to my phone. On an earlier call, the husband angrily confronted her, asking a reporter about the allegation. And he said, "You told me you quit, Sandy." He said, "You're done, Sandy. If this is true, you're effing done. Pack your stuff and leave." Her husband called the Post reporter on Saturday, said he kicked her out and she was staying with her parents in Staten Island. And other texts under scrutiny by investigators, the teacher apparently wrote, "I do miss your touch and kisses, not gonna lie. I sound like a pervert." The mother said her son told investigators the two fondled each other sexually in class, also asked the student to lie to cover her tracks. Other evidence includes a recorded phone conversation obtained by the Post in which the boy asked her why she pulled out of school. Did they see us having sex or did they see me getting in the car? They didn't see us having sex, so what's the issue? We hid from the cameras though, right? She replied, "They're saying we were too close. That is pretty much like us being in a relationship, and that's like against everything. One, because you're underage, and two, because I'm your teacher." The teen suffers from a combination of schizophrenia and mood disorder. His mother said, "We are upset, shocked, and appalled by the behavior of the former teacher who betrayed the values of the school." That is wild. And I guess the boy is African American, because the mother said, "If my son was not an African American boy, the genders were reversed, the teacher would already be in handcuffs." It's the rape of a child with a mental illness, she said. Wow. I mean, and you never think this would happen, because this is supposed to be like a non-for-profit school helping kids with special needs, and here's this perverted teacher up here. This story scares me in a way, because my mom has renters at her house too, if I didn't mention that part. And I am like, I know my house will sell, but will these renters leave? And that, y'all might see me. Might be reading a story about me having to kick out squatters. So in Nevada, a handyman turned the tables on squatters who invaded his mother's California home after local officials said they could offer no assistance getting them out. Flash Shelton, executive director of Las Vegas, based yada yada yada. His father died and his mother could no longer live in the family home, which was put up for rent. A woman who identified herself as a prison guard reached out to Shelton looking to rent the house, but couldn't offer any money or credit. Shelton turned the woman down, but she was apparently undeterred. She ended up having a truck of furniture and literally moved into the house. I started hearing from realtors saying that there's a lady and people in the house full of furniture. I then started getting reports from neighbors who had noticed lights on at night and cars in the driveway, he continued. Local police and sheriff had came over there and said there was nothing they could do to help. They said, "I'm sorry, we can't enter the house and it looks like they're living there. You need to go through the court." Shelton had no idea on how to beat the cons at their own game. All I needed to do at that point was to do the same thing they did and occupy the house. He said, "If they can take the house, I can take the house." So he wrote up a lease agreement with his mother, making him the legal tenant of the property. Then he loaded up his car, packed a gun just in case, and set off on a 12-hour drive. He arrived at 4 a.m., waited for the squatters to leave the home for the day, then entered while they were out. When the squatter and her granddaughter returned, he confronted them, telling them they had to be out with all their stuff ASAP. The conversation was polite, and the anonymous vagabond apologized for the inconvenience. "I'm really sorry about this," she can be heard saying in the recording. "It's a nightmare and beyond." The squatters bolted a day later. I think just the fact that I was there was enough. It was actually fun to do it. I won't lie about that. I'm glad it was successful. In a follow-up video, the handyman cautioned others against a pro, saying, "Not everyone should walk through the door not knowing what you're going to find." Listen, I don't know. I might have to get gangster, y'all. So I'm just saying. And this is why I don't really like rocking with renters or anybody, because anybody can freaking squat in your house if they wanted to. So an Ohio student plunged to his death in Mexico over spring break. How did he do that? He died on March 15th in Puerto Vallarta while trying to jump from a balcony to another as he tried to help a girl who dropped her phone. Oh my gosh, dude. Rest in peace. Man. That's what you call some freaking freak accidents. Yeah. So this story was interesting to me. This disrupt fire New York City judge was moonlighting as a porn star on OnlyFans. I really don't know why they fire people for this stuff, for real. But he was a city administrative law judge. He moonlighted as a porn star on OnlyFans, the Post has learned. He's 33, he charges fans $12 a month on the platform, and has produced more than 100 posts since he opened the account in November 2020. He maintains another X-rated account on Just for Fans where he charges $9.99, so he's a busy boy. The white-collar professional by day, very unprofessional by night, always immature, always raw, always slutty. Let me write these down just in case I need a second joke. Maybe. Locke's account contained dozens of images and videos featuring hardcore pornography, orgies, and an instance of him drinking the contents of what appeared to be used. Whoa, Judge! I would just want to celebrate Labor Day by having a man impregnate me, he said in one post. And another, he was paid $58 an hour by taxpayers to adjudicate parking tickets, even references his day job. I was never going to focus on work if I didn't let this out, he wrote on OnlyFans on November 22 before masturbating in front of a camera. Guess what kind of porn I was watching in the middle of my workday during this quick orgasm break, he said in another. I'm a judge, he proudly wrote in January from Twitter account where he frequently. So did he want to get caught? He frequently posted X-rated images of his video. It's unclear how much cash Locke pulls down with the side work and smut. This performer has the opportunity to be earning at least $100,000 a year if he posted more content, said Dominic Ford, the founder of Just for Fans. During this time on the bench, Locke did not always display jurisprudence. Eric Adams said, "Can suck my cunt," Locke tweeted in March 1st post from his PG-rated account after the mayor made comments criticizing the separation of church and state. Locke told his city councilwoman Vicky Palladino to choke on a dick Sunday in a tweeted response to her criticism of Drag Queen Story Hour. The city must have absolute faith in its courts at every level. This is so funny. Locke's positions of legal authority only corrodes the people's trust. Locke after dark activities run afoul city rules. This is just funny. He was fired Tuesday for unprofessional behavior. Listen, I mean, he was on OnlyFans. It's legal to do OnlyFans. And I feel like after watching Sopranos for the whole week, I feel like this is normal behavior. Like, right? I think it's funny, though. He's going to go up in stock. He looks like a Ted Lasso with a 12-pack, if you guys are into that kind of thing. U.S. airstrike kills 19 fighters in Syria after fatal Iranian drone attack. This lady turned 109, if you guys want to live this long. Her simple secret was stubborn and drinking plenty of water, which I drink a lot of water, so we'll see. I don't know if I want to live to be 109. She said she doesn't want any fuss, but of course she was spoiled with the celebration. She's always also presented a cake. She said she likes walking. When I was 80, I used to play football and cricket with my grandsons. Now she spends her days reading, knitting, and sewing. So I guess drinking water was her key to life. So drink your water for all you non-water drinkers out there. What else do we have? Dick Van Dyke is on the mend. Another person that is 97. He literally smacked into a wall and he's still around. So there's something to this stuff. Other people's body odor can help reduce your social anxiety. I'm not even gonna. It's like, why? Yeah. At least 26 dead or after a tornado devastates rural Mississippi. That is sad. Rest in peace to those people. Angelina Jolie is dating a billionaire, possibly. A British billionaire, British environmentalist. John Wick opened up with a big debut this weekend for all you John Wick fans. There's really nothing else out, so really what would John Wick have to compete with for real? Zendaya lives in a pretty much a $10 million penthouse. She's listing it for sale for all you people that can afford it. These stories could go on and on, but let's get into some Reddit stuff. I read some interesting stuff on there today, so let's see what they have. I discovered this new Reddit post. I'm still kind of new to Reddit, but there's this thread called "Am I the Asshole?" and I just think it's absolutely kind of funny. If I can get to the thread. Alright, here goes. Here goes. What do they have here? Am I the asshole for not giving my coworker the money for the shift I covered for her? My coworker texted me and asked me for money that I got for working her shift. The shift was my first job, so I don't know if I'm in the wrong. I need the money to pay for a car accident. I was happy to pick up my coworker's shifts when she asked me. The day after the shift, she texted me and said, I think they accidentally gave the money to you, even though it was my shift. Do you mind sending it to me? No, you worked it. You're not the jerk. Like, come on. You worked the shift. Get out of here. Am I the asshole for refusing to get my tattoo laser removed or covered up after my boyfriend asked me to? I have a friendship tattoo with my female best friend and my ex-boyfriend Rory. As the three of us were best friends, we saw each other in high school when we were 14. I got together with my ex when we were 17, got the tattoo when we were 18, stayed together with Rory for 3 years, then broke up, and now after 3 years we're still friends. So it never really occurred to me to do anything about the tattoo. It means a lot to me. Nothing special though, just a triangle with 3 dots inside representing us. I got together with my current boyfriend, yada yada yada. He literally wants you to remove it. You're the asshole for telling him about the tattoo. The things, to me, here's my thing on that. I have, my husband listens to this. I don't even know, but I have things that people have made or given to me. I don't have tattoos per se, but I don't say. I told my husband, my ex gave me this. What do you think I should do with it? Like, if something's in your past but it's special to you and you kept it, just keep it. But keep it also to yourself. Like, don't do that. Am I the asshole for not telling my sister a secret that my niece told me? I'm the youngest of 5 siblings and understandably have a lot of nieces and nephews, and I've always been the cool uncle to them. However, I'm exceptionally close to one of my nieces. Her parents are divorced. When she was 6, her dad was permanently out of the picture, and her mom remarried with her current husband. Valentina has always, that's the niece name, Valentina has always been close to me, but we got much closer after her mom remarried. She's kind of a lone wolf, and I'm the only one she's comfortable with. Before she went to college at around 16, she came to me and opened up about liking girls. It was a very emotional day, and she made me swear not to tell her mom. I kept my word, and I said I would not let her do this at her own speed and her own terms. She come to me with girlfriend issues and stuff, and we would talk, but I never told my sister. Valentina worked really hard and got into the best college. She now works in a different state. Yesterday, I got a call from my sister calling me all kinds of names. She said I should have told her about Valentina's sexual orientation before, and that I shouldn't keep things from behind her back. How do I feel about this? I mean, I wouldn't I mean, I don't know. I would keep some things, but I don't. I mean, how did his sister, the mom's not really know is my thing. Somebody said your sister's mad because she realizes her daughter doesn't consider her a safe space and didn't trust her enough to have a discussion. I think that, like, you don't tell right away, but if time goes by and she's coming to you with relationship things, I think maybe you should probably start convincing her that y'all can all have a sit down talk with her mom. But I don't think, like, if somebody confides in you, especially like your nieces and nephews, something like that, it's not like committing a crime. But if they were starting to have issues, I think, yeah, you should start involving the parents in some kind of way, but let it be their choice to, like, say that. But yeah, a lot of people are saying you respected your niece's privacy, never doubt that you did the right thing. These are always really long, though. They're interesting, but too long. I don't feel like reading all that stuff. So I'm going to move on to ask women, what are you tired of hearing men complain about? What am I tired of hearing men complain about? My husband, he's a man that grunts. He doesn't complain, but a man can always have something. But here's what the lady said. The whole you can't do anything to women anymore stuff. Like, what the hell have you been saying? The whole you have to be politically correct thing. The women don't like sex, don't want sex. We love sex. It just sounds like you're just bad at it. True. Women, we do like it. And especially if you're doing the right things to get it. They have to work hard to pay bills, like our bills get paid automatically because we're women. Yeah, everybody has bills to pay, buddy. Unless you married some Molly homemaker, and I don't know how you'll find that in 2023. I'm sick of guys with bad personalities complaining about being unsuccessful in dating because of their height. True. It is probably your personality, buddy. Because I see a lot of short guys in amazing relationships. They are entitled to a free woman purely for existing. Wow. This one's good. How women are losing their femininity, or how feminism is ruining women. Good. Let me ruin my image to you even more so I don't attract men like you. Yeah, the whole women acting masculine, I'm tired of hearing that too, because women and women have to, but we all have to work and pay our bills and sometimes fix our cars and do things, because a lot of people are single and doing stuff for their own, or right now it's like every man for himself right now type of world. Let's see what the men are up to. Guys, have you ever left your wife or long-term partner over fear of missing out? How did it end, and did you regret it? Don't mind that sound in the background. It's just somebody likes me now. I'm busy in the back. I'm always busy doing something. So like I said, this is about people that ended long-term relationships, and did they regret it? A lot of people are saying they regretted it. I ended up with a series of B-level partners who are annoying or depressing on their own level. Left my girlfriend of 5 years, 15 years ago. Had the feeling we could either happy or I can experience more. In hindsight, it was a bad decision. She was a great woman, very loving and loyal, and we truly care for each other. However, I don't think I can see myself being happy with her without knowing that what I know now. I think the people who do that are right. Either that, or they eventually would cheat on someone if they are able to recognize. I think that, like, if you leave a relationship, you may regret it. You live and you learn. I know in my younger days, I thought I should have cookie cutter relationships, and I probably broke up with people for the most stupidest reasons. And then I look back, and when I got in a real crappy relationship, it was like, that guy wasn't so bad. But I don't regret it in the fact that I'm mature now and I can appreciate stuff more. You know, my husband always tells me he wishes we would have met sooner, but I was like, no, he wouldn't have liked that me, because I was very just immature. What joke can just hold back? Do these pants make... what jokes that you have to tell that you can't stop? Do these pants make my butt look big? No, honey, all the ice cream and chocolate you eat makes your butt big. We are learning synonyms today. What's another word for prison? Marriage. Rectum. Damn near killed them. Get it? Rectum. That's funny. I think I'm gonna tell my husband that. He hates dad jokes, and I love this. See, this is where I get stuff from. My mom died by being cut via axe to bits and pieces, so I said at her funeral, yes, she didn't make the cut. Wow. Dun-dun-dun. I don't know why dry jokes make me laugh, especially when I'm tired, so there's that. First thing you do when you're home alone. Determine if I forgot my wife and kids somewhere. I literally talk to myself in a ridiculous manner. Play video games. Immediately emburden myself from whatever clothes I'm wearing. Yes. More often than not, masturbate. Yeah, for me, I'm getting comfortable. Well, the first thing I enter my house is my kitchen. So I normally have to do dishes or some crap. But once I get to my bedroom, once I get in my bedroom, this is the thing with me, because I'm a mom and a wife. So I got to clean, I got to do all that stuff. But once I enter that room and I wash up and I put on that gown, I'm probably not moving out of my bed. Once I get in my bed and get on my perch, I'm not even moving. I can't even be bothered to... The worst is, if I leave the remote at, the end of my bed to where I can't reach it, it's like I'm on this island floating on a log in the ocean. And I can't get to... I can't. Everything's so far. That's how I feel once I get in my bed. I can't move. I don't even want to go pee. I just want to be left alone. I feel like I want a catheter so I can just lay in my bed. Catheter. The thing that makes you not have to pee. I would like to have one of those. I know a lot of y'all think they're uncomfortable, but I've had a C-section. And so when you have those things, the feeling of not having to pee, your brain doesn't give it to you, it's kind of nice. But I know it'd be very not sexy to my husband, but I just wish I lived in a world where I can empty my urine peacefully. This is going downhill. Isn't in yet. We had fun. That's what I would be saying to my catheter at night. Dun-dun-dun. I wrecked them. And not in the car. And not in my butt. This is going downhill. You know I love talking to you guys. You guys enjoy your night. I'm going to come back tomorrow because I'll be here. See you guys later.